Howdy, hi, everyone. This is Greg Dixon from Shared Visions Unlimited Publishing and Marketing. And today I'd hoped to have a discussion with Ross Cowan. Uh, he lives in Ottawa, and he has a lot of interesting stories and interesting skills that he offers to people that are related to my story productions, my family story productions. I met Ross in Delray Beach, Florida, 2015. He and I were both attending uh, the AWAI, American Writers and Artists Incorporated, Copywriting Bootcamp and Job Fair in 2015, and we hit it off, had some fun. Did a little bit of traveling in Florida, and I've been to Ottawa a couple of times to visit him, and he's been in British Columbia a couple of times to visit. And what I really like about Ross is, and I was hoping he would tell his story, so I'm going to tell his story for him here. Um, I guess when he was young, maybe even in high school, he realized he had quite a lot of ability to write verse, write poetry, write songs and things. And I think if I got this right, if I remember this correctly, um, some of his school buddies got him to write maybe poems and love letters for their prospective girlfriends. So I don't know. Maybe I'm just imagining that, but that was he's not here to defend himself. Yeah, but some of the things when I visited him in Ottawa, he showed me some of the projects that he was doing, including he would do things like write like a farewell speech for somebody retiring from the police or other something else. So it'd be a fairly elaborate speech. Sometimes there'd be a poem in it, and and that would be the idea was the person would deliver that on the podium and deliver that at their retirement. Uh, and then one of the examples, he created that as a pretty elaborate wall hanging. It was maybe 3 feet high by 2 feet wide, with what he wrote and some photos and other memories. A really good memorial thing, and it fits into my story productions. And I think he's also been an MC for various events. Also, I think he does things for memorial ceremonies, also any kind of anniversary, maybe weddings, all that kind of thing. He's really very much a character. He does marketing and other kinds of writing too, but I think that's one of his main passions. So why I thought it was important. We did a broadcast a while ago, a couple of years ago, and I thought we'd do another one. And I've been doing basically I've been doing this challenge, this family story challenge for the last couple of weeks. And in a way, this was going to be part of that challenge. So I'll just continue on and talk about what I'm doing with that. Is I think it's really important for all of us to capture and preserve our family stories of our loved ones while we still can. I think you probably all know of parents or grandparents or uncles and aunts, siblings and things that pretty had, interesting stories, or you suspected that they might have really interesting stories, and somehow they never got captured and they took their stories to the grave. So that's part of the family challenge that I've been running. And so I'm just going to pop in and show you there's a landing page that you can sign up for to get a book and things. I'm just going to share it here. Yeah. So there we go. So there's a little video introduction to what I'm doing here. And the idea was, and I've been doing broadcasts regularly. The first one was about, sort of identifying the need for telling the stories and identifying who you want to tell the story for. Second one is I really encourage people to create a place to store all the information. I recommend, and if I work with you or work with a client for almost anything, the first thing I'll do is create a Google Drive folder with a bunch of subfolders. And in terms of creating family stories, that's a place where all of you and your siblings and other people can upload photos and store and documents, clippings, videos. You might even have some audio of things. I've encouraged people to use their phones. Just like a smartphone can be a great tool. You can just turn on the voice memo when you get your loved ones to tell their stories, shoot some videos, take photos of their house or whatever, and you can use the camera actually to make copies of photos they might have, all that kind of thing. The third step really is to assemble those into stories, and one or more, which could be almost one way. The easiest way to start is to think of it as a book, putting together the chapters of the book, and go from there. I also suggest maybe creating a family website where you can start putting the stories up one at a time, because some of these things it's a fairly big project. If you've got a large family, it'll take you a long time over time to do it. It's not something you could just do in a week. If you've ever gone through mountains of photos trying to sort out, even figure out what you got and scan them, you'll know what I'm talking about. And then the final step is to publish it. And one of the easiest ways is to publish it as a family or a personal story website. But there are other options. One of the things I do is I help put those things into books to be published, and that book can go up on things like Amazon, Kindle Direct Publishing, maybe Ingram Spark. I can also create digital flip books, and I offer a digital collection. I call a digital edition, and that's really a full-blown course platform, which could have various levels of security and also complete multimedia stuff: video, audio, images, surveys, the stuff to download. You can download all those things, so it can be very comprehensive. So if you're interested in doing this, I suggest you contact me. Let me know if you want to do it. Go visit this page here is at sharedvisionspublishing.com/story challenge. Maybe what I'll do is I should actually put it in the chat here and put it in the comments. And I'll go back later and also put it in. So if you go visit there, yeah. So let's see, put it up on the screen. So there we go. www.sharedvisionspublishing.com/story challenge. And you can go check it out there. The other thing is I have a general publishing retainer. So many of my clients are simply book publishers. They've written a novel or a cookbook or some kind of business book, almost anything really. And I help with the formatting and publishing and marketing of that. And so all of this is a kind of publishing. The story productions are kind of publishing. So if you want to go on the story publishing, family story publishing journey, or just simply want to publish and market things, you may want to put out a book that uses a lead magnet to help you attract customers and clients. Maybe you want to have a speaking career, get out and speaking. Nothing opens doors for speaking than a book. It's a good excuse to reach out to people, see if you can get on people's podcasts, get on stages. If you've got a niche that you're talking about, get on a stage for events related to that niche. All sorts of things. All sorts of good things happen with publishing. And I even approached marketing as a kind of publishing, because you're putting out content. The good thing is, if you have a story production or a book, all of those, each chapter of a book could be a lesson in an online course. It also could be a blog post to attract attention. So that's the whole that's the whole thing. Let's go back here. Go back to, there we go. I got to click on the right button to get there. There we go. Yes. So, yeah. So, yeah, if you're interested in any of these things, you're interested in joining the Family Story Challenge, go there. And let's see what else. And if you're interested in my golden publishing retainer, just reach out. It all starts with a conversation. So reach out wherever you're listening to this. Send me a message. Say you want to meet. We'll chat about your publishing goals, whether it's a family story production, a book, online course, or all of the above. I can help you with all of that, and we'll go on from there. So take care, and thanks for joining today.